Hello. Do you believe in second chances? Yes. In our darkest hours, does hope still exist? I'm honored to be here before all of you and tell you that, yes, hope does exist. And I believe in second chances. And yes, I never gave up hope. Hope is real and powerful as you choose it to be. I have personally experienced this during my life journey that I would like to share with you today. My name is Anastasiya Becker, and I feel truly privileged to stand before my family, classmates, teachers, and administration. And the woman that made this possible through her vision of education, Kathy Russagon. I didn't start learning English until I was 10 years old. So giving a speech is a very big thing for me. I was born in August 1995 in Siberia, Russia. It was summertime when the temperature can reach balmily 50 degrees. Bathing suit weather. Not long after being born, I was given up for adoption, as my biological mother couldn't take care of me anymore. I spent the next few weeks in the hospital recovering from a neck and eye treatment. And instead of returning home, I was placed into foster care. I had many emotional problems to deal with, but I had a supportive woman named Larissa to help me through many outbursts. Larissa also had a biological daughter named Natasha. She did everything she could possibly do to make me feel unwanted, because she didn't want to share her mother. I remember at age 4, Natasha telling me I was adopted. This was news to me, and nothing was the same after that. My outbursts were more frequent and violent. About the same time, my biological mother was giving birth to my sister Alessia. I would not have known about her for 3 years. By about age 5, Larissa was no longer to deal with. She couldn't take care of me and deal with my outbursts. We lived in a small apartment complex with many close neighbors, and screams eventually became too much for everyone to handle. I was given up for adoption and sent to my first orphanage. From what I can remember, life was not easy, but it did have some bearable moments. There was, of course, the room that we all envisioned with about 20 beds placed by side. Most of the girls were pretty nice, except a few bullies that were developing their bullying skills at an early age. We ate fairly well and had clean clothes to wear. Had few games, and we had a chance to do activities such as knitting and watching movies. Overall, the situation wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Strangely though, there were kids telling me that I had a sister that I didn't know existed. I asked adults at the orphanage if it was true, but no one would tell me. So confused and sad, it was time to take my own matters into my own hands. It was now the beginning of winter and a bitter cold outside. Larissa, my older foster parent, actually lived a few blocks from the orphanage, and I needed to know the truth, why she really gave me up for adoption, and whatever her daughter Natasha was the cause. Mostly, I thought I just needed some hugs and kisses from the only mother that I knew loved me. I remember convincing my friend Olive to sneak out of the orphanage to come with me to Larissa's apartment. She agreed, but not until we both pasted our faces with red lipstick, is an effort to look beautiful as possible for Larissa. In reality, Olive and I both looked like the Joker from Batman. We made it to Larissa's and knocked on the door with fear, excitement, anticipation. Maybe she would hug me and kiss me and tell me she was going to bring me back home. No one answered the door. Although I thought she was there, and she was. Not long after the great lipstick incident, I woke up to find out that I was being moved to a different orphanage. Boy, I was shocked. That day, I got all my clothes together and said goodbye to all the girls. Even the bullies said goodbye to me with a grin on their faces. I got into the car with another girl who was very nice and talked to me through a long drive. She said she was going to a different orphanage and not to the one I was being sent to. And as we got closer, she wished me luck and gave me a hug. And then I opened the car door, seeing my new orphanage. There was a big brick building that looked like it should have been condemned. The grounds were sparse, and there was terrible odor in the air. I walked inside and turned to the left and walked up the blue stairs. Up top, I met an old lady. She told me the rules and the jobs that were going to be expected from me. Boy, she looked at me in Russian there. Our days consisted of an early rise from bed, several chores, such as shoveling snow in winter, and cleaning up the building before heading to school. We had to earn everything, such as clothing, food. Homework was especially important, because if you didn't do it, you weren't given any food. After class, we would work in fields until sunset, where we grew most potatoes in spring and summer. In this orphanage, there were no movies, no games. We just had to occupy ourselves when we had free time. Almost every day was pretty much the same, with little hope of a better life. That is until I got some very interesting news when I was 8 years old. I had a younger sister. We approached each other, and I asked her, "Are you Alessia?" She said, "Da." That means yes in Russian. I had a sister. She was 4 years old. After spending the next year together in an orphanage on Christmas night, I asked Santa Claus to give me a family where I could be with my sister in a safe, loving place. That wish came true when I met Allison Evans and Jim Becker on a one-month trip to the United States. My sister and I didn't speak any word of English, but I had the greatest time with Allison and Jim. The highlight for me was bananas. I could not get enough of them. They were the most delicious thing I ever had. Allison would buy a bunch of bananas in an hour, they were gone. Honestly, coming from an orphanage in Siberia, I kind of felt the way about any food. And then my sister and I returned to Russia after our 1-month stay, not knowing what to expect. We both prayed that we would be adopted, but I really had no idea. About a year had passed, and while I was walking to class, a bunch of girls ran towards me and said, "You're adopted, you're getting adopted." And that's when I saw Allison and Jim come to the orphanage. And it was true. Alessia and I about to have a new mom and dad. The transition from an orphanage in Siberia to a loving home with my mom and dad was a dream come true. My sister and I were given a second chance in life, and a candle of hope was burning brighter than ever had. Today, I do not take many things for granted. I have overcome many emotional issues and still struggle at times. But understand that things happen in my life that happen for a reason. I got a family I always dreamed of, and live in a place where there's love and opportunity. I began attending an NHA when I was in 8th grade. Still speaking limited English, I met Kathy. She took me into her wonderful school and gave me hope for my future. At the time, I really didn't trust anyone at all, I hated the idea of getting help because it made me look weak in my body and in my mind. And I had a lot to learn to catch up with. She created an environment that was full of love and positive reinforcement. After pretending to be sick on the first day of school, I had math with Mike Giordano. He was very kind and explained how school runs during school week. It made me feel better. And then I met Hawk in the art class, and she gave me an opportunity to showcase some of my abilities, which helped me boost my confidence. All the teachers and administration did much of the same for me. They helped take a shy, troubled Russian girl and give her confidence to succeed. Between my family, Kathy and NHA, the teachers, administration, and my fellow classmates, I feel stronger and braver at any point in my life. I smile every day knowing that I have made some very great friends and prepared to take the next steps in life. These steps, for me, include attending college, traveling back to Russia, not so distant future, to offer some hope to many children that are still in need of family like mine. And before I continue, I want Mom and Dad to stand up, and Alessia, to give your own applause, what you have done for me. To my classmates, we have been given a gift to be part of the school. For many of us, it was a second chance when we needed one desperately. Don't ever, ever lose hope. I wish you all the best luck in future. Congratulations, class of 2014, Anastasia Becker.